All right, this is assignment 6D. This is very similar to assignment 6C. However, there's a fun little problem down here at the bottom just to see if you kind of know how to use your calculator, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera. All right, so again, focusing on the key aspects of this. For pretty much all these problems, we're finding mu and sigma, which is the expected value and the standard deviation. So mu is the sum of x px, so you need those pieces, and then sigma is the sum, double open, x minus mu, closed squared px, closed. All right, so really the only missing piece that we have right now is what the heck is px, and so I'll write it down here in number 2. Px is equal to f divided by the sum of f. Okay, once you get this list, okay, you're going to take that answer, that list answer, and you're going to store it, that's the little button above the on button, as list 3. Okay, so that will be your list 3. And then when you find your mu, okay, you do that equation that is right there. So you do the sum of x px. Okay, this is just going to be a number. So what you're going to take that answer and store it as the letter u. Okay, so that's kind of the way that you're going to be doing these problems. All right, so let's go ahead and begin and set up our calculators. All right, I think I did that well enough. Okay, so we begin by finding our p of x, this guy down here. And so that is going to be f, which is list 2, divided by the sum of f, which is the sum of list 2. All right, so this is going to be a list. Okay, this list is the individual probabilities. This list is the individual probabilities. So again, we're going to take this list answer and we're going to store it, again, this little arrow button, store it as list 3. So again, if I take a look at my stats screen, I created this list 3 automatically with the individual probabilities of 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera. All right, so I have p of x. On with the show. Now we have to get this this average, this expected value. So it's going to be the sum, open, x, which is list 1, px, which is this new list 3, and a closed. And there is the average of that list. All right, so we see that this is a straight up answer, so we take that answer and we store it as the letter u, because we need to use it in the next formula, and I don't want to sacrifice accuracy for convenience. All right, so the next one, again, we just have to plug and chug. So we have the sum, open, x, which is list 1, minus mu, which is that alpha u that we just created, closed squared px, which is list 3, and closed. That seems incredibly large. Huh. Okay. What I'm looking at, this number looks incredibly large, like larger than what I very much expect. So I'm just double checking to make sure that I am following the formulas. Try it one more time here. If it tells me the same thing, then it is what it is. Yeah, all right. I'll just take its word for it. That just seems very odd. Okay. I'm not saying it's wrong, but I have to think about that one a little bit. All right. Anyways. Okay. On to problem number 2. Okay, now this last question, what I'm going to do is, now that we kind of know how to store things in our calculator, what I'm going to do is I'm going to break this up into 3 little mini problems. I'm going to store this first answer as A, the second answer is B, this third answer is C, and then I'll get this bottom answer as D, and then I'll put it all together. All right, so the first A portion is the sum of this right here. Okay. Ooh, okay. I didn't really notice this, but have to be careful. Notice that this open parentheses matches up with this open parentheses. So that means you're going to have to do this addition before you do this multiplication right over here. Okay. Heads up about that. Nope, I lied. No, you don't. Matching up parentheses with parentheses, this open parentheses is closed right there. This open parentheses is closed right there. Okay. So anyways, making that first part A, that's going to be the sum open of mu. Actually, here's what I'll do. I'll make it look exactly the same. So open parentheses, sum mu, which is again u, minus x, which is list 1, closed, squared. Okay, so that is all of this first part right here. And what I'm going to do is that's a number. I'm going to store it as the letter A. All right. So this is A. Now I'm going to handle B, that middle portion. And so that is the sum, open, P of X minus pi, there it is, closed to the 4th power, and so that's that little triangle thing, to the 4th power closed. Okay, and this is going to be stored as the letter B. On to the letter C, which is going to be the sum, open x px plus x closed. And that is going to be stored as the letter C. Last but not least is that denominator, which is the sum of f and that gets stored as the letter D. Okay, so it's again worthwhile to understand what you have stored in your calculator. So X was list 1, F was list 2, P of X is list 3, and our mu is U. All right, so replacing what we have with kind of some calculator speak stuff. Alpha is equal to, we have the square root of A plus B times C divided by D. So I'm going to get that complete top answer. So that's going to be the square root of A plus B times C. So that's the square root of A plus B times C. So that's the top. Now all I have to do is divide by B.